Tropical storm warnings inland, hurricane warnings offshore and along the Mississippi coast. Storm surge warnings still in play for Baldwin County, southern Mobile County, and the Mississippi coast. Rain making its presence felt and tracking from the east to the west, not raining everywhere. Some of the heaviest rain right now falling north of Mobile, around Spanish Fort, Cloverleaf Landing, and working its way westward quickly towards Pritchard. So we'll be dealing with periods of rain throughout the day today, but the widespread rain comes in late tonight and through the early morning hours of Wednesday. Here is a look at Sally, a tropical storm that is a strong tropical storm, but will become a hurricane later today and into tonight as it tracks toward the north and west, and then will take a turn to the east, which is going to provide a major flooding threat for the Gulf Coast. Now, the latest information on Sally. Sally is currently moving to the north and west. The maximum sustained winds are at about 65 miles an hour, so the intensity hasn't changed. But notice it is slowing down. It is now moving northwest at 6. Originally this morning it was moving northwest at 9, then northwest at 8, and now northwest at 6. The problem is it's going to be going slower and slower, which is why we're going to have such a major flooding threat and a major storm surge threat. It's going to stall because a front is eventually going to move it eastward. Now that's going to be great when it does move it eastward. The problem is we're going to have to wait for that to happen through the entire night tonight, through the entire day tomorrow. Look at this 12-hour window. This is 7 a.m. tomorrow, 7 p.m. tomorrow night. 85, 90 mile per hour maximum sustained winds showing up with Hurricane Sally. So Sally will be on the verge of becoming a Category 2 hurricane. It'll be very close to that by tomorrow night. That is not a lot of movement in a 12-hour time window, leaving us to the east of the center, where we're going to get the onshore flow, the storm surge threat, the wind threat, the tornado threat, the flooding threat. All of that's going to continue. Then Wednesday morning, it weakens back to a tropical storm and then veers off to the north and to the east. Now, when the front comes in, it's going to make things feel fantastic around here for the weekend. We're just going to have to wait a while for that to happen. But that is a dangerous 12-hour window where we're going to be dealing with strong Category 1 hurricane force winds, onshore flow. The flooding and storm surge threat still the most significant. When it makes that turn on Wednesday, now this is 7 o'clock Wednesday morning, the projected eye is going to move right over our area if this is right. That would put Hurley, that would put Sims, Saraland, Mobile, Mount Vernon, Tensas, Bay Minette, all just to the east of the center. So you factor in the 70-mile-an-hour winds that would show up with that. That's significant already. But then you're going to be dealing with major onshore flow, and that storm surge threat is only going to be more significant, as will the flooding threat. Now, once we are past Sally, things are going to improve. But that is problematic. And you can see how large the cone is. Could the center shift more toward Hattiesburg? Yes. Or you could see the cone shift more toward, or you could see the center move toward Gulf Shores and Pensacola. That is also possible. But as of this update, when it takes that turn, it's going to turn it literally right over our area, and this projected spot is Wednesday morning at 7 a.m. So tomorrow going to be a washout. Wednesday going to be a washout, and we'll end up dealing with a big wind threat and a big flooding threat. Storm surge projected to be 4 to 6 feet around Mobile Bay. That may get bumped up. We'll see in the next update. 5 to 8 foot wave height from Ocean Springs to Pascagoula. On the Futurecast, sporadic rainfall during the day. This is going to be the last day we have before Sally gets here where it's not widespread rain, because look at 2 o'clock in the morning. The rain shows up in a big way. That rain heavy, and the wind threat starts to pick up. So late tonight after midnight, that's when the show begins, so to speak. And tomorrow going to be raining all day. Wednesday, the first part, nasty. Then we start to see drier weather move in. The weekend looks really pleasant. We're expecting the weekend to be mostly dry. Morning temperatures will be in the mid-60s. Average high temperature around 80 for both Saturday and Sunday afternoon. So there is light at the end of the tunnel. And then looking into next week when we officially move into fall, looking good. Highs in the low 80s and much drier. We will bring you updates every half hour.